America leads the world in medicine development. It matters. We get new medicines first, nearly 3 years faster. 5 million Americans go to work because we make medicines here at home. And not relying on other countries keeps us safe. But China is racing to overtake us. Will we let them, or will we choose to stay ahead? When America leads, America cures. Let's tell Washington to keep us in the lead.
Learn how at americacures.com. Paid for by Pharma.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz podcast.
Jessica's going to join us here in a little bit, and it is strange to me, having heard so many of these arguments over Domino's on Calle Ocho, to hear Jeremy and Mike and Tony just yelling at each other during the break. It's just Cuban people yelling at each other about Cuba. You sound like my grandparents.
I was wondering why your shirt
uncles.
was off, but no, we weren't yelling. Like we were getting along over here. Maybe because I'm Cuban and Italian, especially I talk with my hands.
I'm Cuban and Jewish, so I talk with my hands even more.
Well, yeah, we were all aligned. Diplomacy rules back here.
So if you want more commentary about both Jai Alai and Cuba, you can find your exclusive home for
That's where you'll get my thoughts at 2:45. I'm saving it for Jai Alai.
We didn't hear from you and Roy, so maybe you guys can break that down during the Jai Alai
during
live
Manu
stream
and
today.
Nicholas. It's Chris Cody's time.
We'll get the players' thoughts after.
Before Jessica joins us, though, and I want to get to some Maxx Crosby stuff with you guys and the LeBron thing, whether or not he's going to play in Miami or not. But I just want to ask you, I'm going to give you no other information about this, but to tell you who it is that's saying this. But I ask you guys to tell me how you feel about the person who comes into work today and announces to everyone, I texted all my friends tonight before the game, Harper has a big swing in him tonight.
I heard this today. I didn't like it.
Oh, now, I'm just asking you guys how you feel about that person, because Mike Ryan has said Ethan's on the broadcast today at 2:45 as if that's a selling point. And I'm like, that's a reason to not tune in, that Ethan is going to be yammering in part of the live stream when Ethan came in here today and he told us all, no, I texted my friends, Harper's got a big swing in him tonight.
As someone who's in multiple group chats with Ethan, he never stops texting his friends.
But that, though, and he probably gets that 9 out of 10 times wrong, and he doesn't come into work and tell you what.
Heard a lot of predictions.
He's Floyd Mayweather showing his winning bets on Twitter and then going broke while he's worth $1.2 billion.
That's a conversation we didn't have with the MVP, boxing situation. Floyd's going to be more active now in retirement than he was during his fighting primes, fighting 3 times this year.
He's going to make a bunch of money. Maxx Crosby is going back to the Raiders, and he has commentary now. Do we have the sound of this? Because he says he's healthy, and he says that the meeting with the Ravens was weird and cold and I guess confusing. Here's Maxx Crosby.
Like, before I left, I wanted to see the head coach, just chop it up, talk football, talk ball. Like, he's a defensive guy. Never met him before like that, so I wanted to chop it up. So I didn't get to meet with him till the end of the day. I didn't get to see the GM at all. I thought I was going to see him when I first got there. I didn't see him for 5 hours.
So he didn't come out the whole time you're testing or doing your physical. Everyone was talking about
Never.
The GM never came once out to see you.
And I don't know why. I'm not going to speculate. I didn't see him one time. I even asked the girl. I was like, "Where's Eric at?" Like, I want to say, like, you know what I mean? Like, he just made the trade. Like, I didn't see him. So I go and do my thing. At the end, they're like, "Yeah, I'll take you up." Joe was like, "I'll take you up and you go see the head coach, whatever, just before you leave." I was like, "Hell yeah!" I was like, "That's what I want to say what's up to him." So I went back up. I dap him up, and you could just tell like the energy was a little bit off. And the GM was standing in like the hall, like in the room next to me to the right, and that was the first time I seen him. And I'm just in my head, like this is a whirlwind. Like, I'm so excited, like fired up. You know what I mean? Like, this is a new opportunity, whatever. And you could just tell the energy was off. Like, I dapped him up. He had like a blank face, and I'm like, okay, I'm not thinking anything of it. Maybe he's just different. I don't know. I don't know him, whatever. I go into the room. They sit me down on the couch, and he's like, "Man, I don't know how to say this, but, one of our doctors has concerns with the results and whatever, and like with your knee, like some of them have, are concerned about the future and da-da-da-da-da. And, we really want you, and this is what it is, but, we're just going to have to get more and more opinions."
That sounds like a team that knew they weren't going to keep him before he arrived at the building that day.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it sounds like. I mean, I would, not really knowing anything about how that type of situation works, But certainly, listening to Maxx Crosby there, I would assume the GM who made the trade will be pretty excited to say hello to the guy when he steps foot in the building.
Well, you guys don't really think in all of the coverage of this and the confusion and the clear back room of it and the fact that some of this feels borderline unethical, but nothing is really unethical in business if it doesn't happen legally, after the football calendar starts. Hendrickson can't happen in 12 hours unless they already know what they're going to do. You don't turn around and make a deal like that fast with an agent in 12 hours. That's something that they had to have known. That's simply not something that would happen that quickly.
The Ravens claim they wanted to pair Crosby and Hendrickson.
Yeah, and I hear your point. I understand the logic behind it. Sometimes these things come together very quickly.
And I can also see a club casting its line for both players, figuring they got twice the chance to get one or the other. Because those are A and 1A in terms of who you want at that
This
position.
doesn't get to go away not being suspicious.
Sure, but also they probably didn't have the leverage of, all right, we're not going to keep Crosby. We don't like what his knee looks like. So Hendrickson, we got to come to the table strong. We can't show him. He signed for 4 for 112. We can't tell him 90, 96, right? Like, we have to try to meet his number.
Well, what's suspicious to me is that one team doctor would say, nah, your knee isn't right, and the other team doctor would say, yeah, it's fine.
It's like a Drew Brees situation.
I think it sounds like in the 2 days, again, which is the legal tampering period, I think in the 2 days since they made the trade, they saw that Hendrickson was not getting the attention that they thought he would out there in free agency and realized before Maxx Crosby even got to their building, we could probably come up with a deal with this guy and not give up, forget 1, 2 first-round picks. Like that sounds like they knew they had in their back pocket the out of the physical for a player who just 9 weeks prior had an operation.
Jessica joins us now. Any thoughts on Cuba? No, just kidding.
I was going to say my biggest takeaway from that clip. So he said they flew him into Washington and then made him drive 2 hours to Baltimore. Was that what he said?
Well, I think
he did. I don't think in that clip, but yes, he did say that.
I mean, you don't want to sit in the car. Those airports are very far away. The Washington airports are very far away from Baltimore. There's always traffic getting in between the two. I think that in itself shows a level of disrespect.
I think he flew commercial.
Letting them get away with.
He also flew commercial.
Well, you can't fly into BWI. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Put it on the poll. Did Crosby get hurt from having long legs in the car ride from Washington to Baltimore? Because he might have gotten more hurt. It is a long drive. She's not wrong about that. We haven't talked a lot about brackets here. I don't know how anyone here feels about brackets. I never fill them out.
Like them.
You do like them, Jessica? How do you feel about brackets?
I love March Madness. I love looking at my bracket. The second I start filling it out, Dan, I get so mad at myself. I end up with 4 ones in the final 4, and then I just rip the whole thing up and start over, and then I end up with the worst thing you've ever seen in your life.
So you're not brave enough. You can't actually bring yourself to ruin your bracket by risking a 1 or a 2 seed losing early and then getting it wrong.
Correct. And here's the problem, because I watch more women's college basketball than men's. And in the women's tournament, I believe the lowest seed to ever win was a 3 seed. So there's not going to be like 4 seeds making it all the way to the championship game generally. So like, there's a lot of chalk like later in those brackets. There might be some like 6-11 upsets or, early rounds and stuff like that. So, but like I watch those games. So those I feel like I can predict. And then I'll end up with the 4-1 seeds anyways. And that generally, maybe I'll get 3 out of the 4, right? But then on the men's side, like there tends to be more like 2s or 3s that make it through. And that's where I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And I end up with Duke winning it. And I don't know why. I don't think they're going to do that.
I like to work in a 4 to my final 4 every once in a while.
No.
How do you feel about a 4?
But you never do well in these,
That's
right? Like that's...
That's right.
Exactly.
So
it doesn't matter. I suck anyways.
So, okay, but none of you are good at this, correct?
I'm very good at it.
He bragged.
Yeah.
Go on.
I'm great at brackets. That's it.
I believe him.
I'm good at it.
That's all you gotta say.
Yeah, I'm good at it.
But you want to
do
tell?
watch
All right, so
sports.
you want to tell us who it is that's going to? So who's your final 4? Have you filled them out yet?
I have filled it out. Glad you asked, Dan. Michigan,
1 seed. Brave.
Arizona,
1 seed. So brave.
Duke,
Oh, the bravery. Limbs creaking.
What?
Florida,
my God. Salute to you.
Can't blame me. I went to
Santa Fe.
Fe.
You went to
I have the same Final Four as you.
Told you I'm
That's
good at
crazy.
it. I got all the best teams.
I like you guys.
Who do you have in your finals as?
you were like picking a bracket, and you're like, wow, the best teams are still available.
Why wouldn't I pick the best teams?
Exactly. I've got St. Louis beating Michigan in the second round. Word. How about that? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Didn't ESPN post a betting preview of the women's tournament that had men's records instead of women's records?
AI slop.
They did. It was allegedly pulled from, AI pulled it from Google. It is still, and this is, a surprise to no one. It's still very difficult to get what you want when you're Googling basketball, college basketball. It always shows like several options for the men's basketball team, and then you have to put in women's, then you have to scroll a bunch. It sucks. But yeah, apparently their betting preview had like South Carolina, who's, a 1 seed in the women's tournament, had them winning like 13 games this year because the men's team had only won 13 games, and on for the rest of the team. So that's quite disappointing, but luckily someone caught it and then they fixed it.
Have you heard or read or reported any details on the WNBA settlement in the middle of the night that would give me some information about whether or not the owners won or the players won?
I haven't seen exact numbers yet as we've recorded this, but I think the fans definitely win because we're going to get a on-time season. I think that was something that was certainly seemed like it was in jeopardy a week ago before they started all these marathon negotiating sessions. And I think that if there had been a holdout or a strike, I think a lot of fans would have understood, because we all are aware of the economic realities of the current CBA and what the players were trying to do with renegotiation. But it still would have sucked because obviously there's like so much momentum right now in women's basketball, and it's always a fun time of the year when you go from the NCAA tournament straight into the WNBA draft, and then you get, there's going to be a double expansion draft this year, and then the season starts 3 weeks later. I mean, it's a really exciting, momentous time. So it would have been, I think, pretty unfortunate if that either got delayed or indefinitely postponed. So I think that that's a big win.
Listeners, you know this about me. I am the only person in the shipping container who actually tries every day when it comes to my style. I genuinely care about clothes. I care about my wardrobe. And I've finally hit the age where I realize something, which is that you don't need more clothes. You just need better ones. A thoughtfully built wardrobe comes down to pieces that mix well and last. And that's where Quince shines, with their premium fabrics, considered design, everyday essentials that feel effortless season to season. And I'm telling you this because actively, as I speak to you right now, I am currently wearing one of my favorite Quince pieces, which is my Mongolian cashmere hoodie. And I'm talking to you about their lightweight cashmere sweaters, their short sleeve Mongolian cashmere polos, linen shorts, and tees in 100% Pima cotton. These are the pieces that actually make your wardrobe work. Right now, go to quince.com/Dan for free shipping and 365-day returns. That's a full year to build your wardrobe and love it. And you will. Now available in Canada too. Don't keep settling for clothes that don't last. Go to quince.com/Dan for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Dan.
What are you reaching for? If you're a smoker or dipper, you could be reaching for so much more with Zyn nicotine pouches. When you reach for Zyn, you're reaching for 10 satisfying varieties and 2 strengths for a smoke-free and spit-free experience that lets you lean in, for chances to break free from your routine, and a unique nationwide community. Whatever you're reaching for, reach for it with America's #1 nicotine pouch brand. Find your Zyn wherever nicotine products are sold near you. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
In sports, championships aren't won alone. They're won with the right people around you. That's exactly what Intuit TurboTax brings to taxes. With TurboTax Expert Full Service, match with a dedicated tax expert who handles your taxes from start to finish. The experience is seamless. Start in person, finish online, move between both whenever needed. The dedicated tax expert keeps things updated every step of the way, so nothing falls between the cracks. Think of it like having a great head coach with a solid game plan. The plays are called, adjustments are made, and the work gets done while everyone stays focused on what actually matters. And just like game film doesn't wait for business hours, neither do taxes. With TurboTax Expert Full Service, you can get any tax question answered at no extra cost, even on nights and weekends during tax season. This is having someone in your corner running the whole operation and helping put points on the board. Get started at TurboTax.com. Only available with Intuit TurboTax full service experts. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
Don Le Batard.
I don't like Smetty either.
Stugotz.
Women stay home in the kitchen where they belong.
This is the Don Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
This for sure is going to happen to baseball next year, though, right? No, there's no way that without a salary cap and with as much that's changing and all the television money, there is no way that baseball avoids a stoppage
That's the concern.
next year.
Yeah, that's the concern with all the momentum you felt, right? We're sitting here in March of this year, and it's like, oh my God, baseball's amazing. Look at the Latin players. Look at the flair, Venezuela, DR. And this time next year, we could be sitting here saying, all right, well, the season's been delayed at least a month or two, and a shortened season could be incoming. It would be a disaster for Major League Baseball, but it feels like where we're headed.
It is interesting what she says. Of course, the fans do win here, but the fan could not possibly care less about who gets what percentage of what. Just give me games or I'm going to hate everybody
In
involved
MLB,
for denying me games.
I agree, maybe in baseball, maybe, but I think in the WNBA, because I think everyone that is a fan of the WNBA is aware of the economic realities and the fact that their favorite players have to, play overseas, or, why we have these other leagues spin up like Unrivaled. I think the fans generally do understand that there needs to be a real recommitment and reinvestment into player salaries. So I think maybe, we're not talking about players making, $100 million in this case, but certainly in baseball. And that's why, although you can obviously make the argument that fans who also have jobs should be, I don't know, maybe more understanding of the labor dispute aspect of it. I know it's probably harder for people to, commiserate with millionaire baseball players. So there is a little bit of a difference there, I guess.
Jess, I wonder if you think the players maybe should have held out longer or bargained harder, because in the last couple of years, I don't have to tell you this, last year 1.3 million average watched a WNBA game. NBA was only 1.53 million. That's a 12-15% difference. The WNBA in the past couple of years has really drawn closer to the NBA in terms of TV ratings, however strongly you gauge that. So should the women have taken a harder line to get even more?
It's definitely hard for me to say that right now because I don't know the exact outcome of this. There was some reporting at 3 a.m. that the deal was done in principle, but it hasn't been voted on yet. So I don't exactly know, Greg. I know there's been reporting that the salary cap numbers expanded quite a bit. I mean, it was very low to begin with. Now I think I saw around $7 million, if that's right. So that's a pretty big increase. The revenue sharing structure was kind of the big hang up. And so I haven't seen what that is yet. So I can't say, but yes, it does feel like there's two schools of thought here where it's try to use the momentum and the high visibility and the popularity to get a monster deal from the NBA and the WNBA and, use all of that in your favor. Or the flip side is do you stop all of that in its tracks if there's some sort of holdout? And I think maybe the players and executives alike are walking a fine line with not really knowing the answer to that. But I imagine there were some big increases in this current deal and probably not exactly what the players want. But again, it is only the sixth CBA, I think, in WNBA history. It's a very young league. So maybe it lays the groundwork for even more next time. But I don't know exactly if I could say that without knowing what the number ultimately is and how it's being split up.
You guys were all excited about those glass courts. That glass court, we're never going to do that again, right? That's the last time that'll ever happen?
No, it's so stupid. I mean, first of all, it looked stupid. Why are you spending all this money on a glass court and then just making it gray? I don't understand that. It's just so ugly. The women's players played their entire tournament on it last weekend, Dan. Women, we got a glass ceiling and we had to deal with the glass floor, Dan. All right? and people complained. They said it was slippery. I'm waiting for a
Hakeem
No,
Nicks.
I'm waiting
She
for
wanted
the I'm waiting for the
Nicks
laugh. Come on.
She wanted the Hakeem Nicks laugh. She paused. She paused for
Amazing.
it. She did like a comic does.
Felt kind of pre-planned, like the Jeter line, but
I thought I was gonna get loser game show sound, but I'll take the Hakeem Nicks laugh.
You demanded.
But then the men were like, "Oh, it's too slippery for us." So the Big 12 said, "Oh, okay, well, I guess we'll give you a real hardwood floor then." Oopsies. After the women already played their championship on it. So lame. But yeah, this was a stupid experiment, in my opinion.
The Oscars were down numerically. The Oscars were pretty weak in terms of saying anything loudly about the state of current affairs in Hollywood. There's been a beating down of people in Hollywood who have fewer jobs than they used to have. Did you have any Oscar thoughts? Did you get wrapped up in the Oscars?
It was such a badly produced show this year, Dan. Like, there were so many technical mistakes. They kept cutting people off. It was very sad. There were a few funny bits, though. I don't know if you caught the bit of the Conan Casablanca skit that they did where they were making fun of the fact that like studio executives are allegedly, saying that like they need people to constantly be resetting in the TV shows and movies that they're making the stakes and like the characters and the plot lines because people are watching shows on their phones and need it to be repeated to them over and over. So they did a bit where they were pretending it was Casablanca and they were continually restating, World War II. That's the one with Hitler, right? And it was very funny. There were like a couple good like AI jabs, but yeah, overall it was like not that great of a show, which is a bummer because I enjoyed the movies and I love the movies, but I don't know if like the Oscars needs to be the most watched award show program for people to care about the movies. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think it matters too much. I think people that really, really care will watch it and other people will just watch clips on social media later.
Greg Cody, is the red carpet a sacred space? Is it? Should influencers be allowed on the red carpet?
No, influencers. I feel the same way when I see an influencer playing in a celebrity NBA All-Star Weekend game. It's ridiculous. Come on, influencer. You got to be kidding me.
St. Drewski.
Exactly. Too many award shows though.
He heard that, huh?
Golden Globes. SAG Awards, now called
the Actor Awards.
The Actor
Naming
Awards.
award.
You know about that BAFTA?
That too. I mean, there's too many award shows now, and they all seem to come rat-a-tat-tat. It used to be the Oscars was the big one, and so everybody would gravitate to it. Now it's like one of 4 or 5, and we've already seen the other 3. Oh, is Sinner's going to win? Maybe not. Who cares?
Jessica, influencers on the red carpet?
I don't know how we're defining influencers anymore because our influencers, does that include people who are comedians that don't do stand-up but post videos on their social media? Like, does that include people who host podcasts? I don't know how we're defining influencers. I don't know what a content creator is. Are journalists content creators? It certainly seems that journalism companies want their journalists to be quote unquote content creators in this day and age. But Dan, I don't know if you saw there was a bit of a stir over a red carpet host. His name's Jake Shane. I suppose he's a influencer / perhaps content creator.
Also podcaster.
But apparently, and podcaster. Yeah, apparently he does like very celebrity friendly podcasts or something like that. I have not listened to it.
That's my gimmick.
But he got in a little bit of hot water because he asked some questions that people found a little offensive. I'm wondering now, and this is why I never thought I would say this, but I kind of wish David Samson was here right now because one of the questions pertained to a movie that I'm certain only David has seen. Have any of you seen the movie If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You?
I loved it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, Dan's seen it. And Mike.
I
Okay.
can't believe how well she acted that a baby was annoying her the entire time when she was never around a baby.
Okay, so I'm shocked that anyone else has seen this movie, but I'm glad that you have, Dan. It was a good movie. Rose Byrne got nominated for Best Actress for her performance in it. So anyways, this guy, his name's Jake Shane. Apparently he kept asking, I believe Julia Fox and Damson Idris, he was like, that kid was really annoying, right? The kid from the movie. And it rubbed people the wrong way because the whole point of the movie is that Rose Byrne is like really really in the thick of it with her daughter who has this chronic illness. And the whole point was that the kid was annoying. So on the one hand, I'm like, well, the interview is right because the kid was pretty annoying. But maybe there's like a tone context thing missing here where it sounds like he's being a little bit too glib. So then, anyways, Dan, Variety wrote this whole article talking about how the red carpet at the Academy Awards is no place for influencers. It's a sacred place, and there's no, you can't be an influencer on the red carpet because it's just not, it's not good, and the celebrities hate it.
Movie sounds terrible.
It's a little bit more.
It's tough.
It's pretty meta too. Like the ending kind of explains why the child is out of picture, and it doesn't really have much to do with the child. It has a lot to do with Rose Byrne's plight throughout the film.
I'm a big fan of Rose Byrne, but I don't know that I'm watching.
This movie will make you anxious on purpose.
Oh no, I can't see that.
It's a bad title. Bad title.
Good dose of birth control, though.
It's a great
It
title.
definitely will make people who don't want kids be like, yeah, I probably still don't want kids. It's a great movie, though. And see, now I'm being glib. Would I say that on a red carpet, though? Probably not, Dan. And I think that's maybe the point. But it is a good movie. I didn't love it. It wasn't like the best movie I've ever seen, but it was good. Rose Byrne's excellent. Conan O'Brien's in it, and he is so weird. He's just like a very serious therapist.
Conan?
And he's very mean.
Conan's in it. ASAP Rocky's in it.
Very strange.
It's got an interesting cast.
A gerbil explodes.
I don't know how you guys feel about the movies, but do you want a movie that makes you feel something bad? Because many people don't want that from a movie.
Nope.
I want a movie that makes me feel anything, right? Like if a movie makes me feel something, I will admire that movie for moving my feelings.
Yeah.
That movie made me anxious.
Jessica, you see value in movies that sometimes make you feel very unsettled. They're like Uncut Gems did this. Those are immersive experiences, I think.
Same with Marty Supreme, which was very similar to If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, where you're just kind of like, oh God, I don't like where this is going. I don't know what's going to happen next. Though I think the only reason, well, there's like two reasons I didn't love If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. One is that I felt like, you know, the metaphor for the hole in the ceiling, a little literal, Dan. It was a little, there's a hole in the kid with the feeding tube in the ceiling. I kind of got that. It was like a little surreal at times, which I was unsure. I mean, I guess that was kind of the point. She's sleep deprived, whatever. But second of all, it just reminded me of being with my mom, not in a good way. So yeah, it was very triggering for me. And you're right. I think that's why we watch the movies, to make you feel something. The worst movies are the movies where you leave and you're like, I didn't need to watch that. I feel nothing.
I'd much rather feel sadness listening to music than movies, for me personally. So I'm good with sad music.
Yeah, plus they're only 3 minutes long.
Sad
not 3
movies.
hours.
I kind of.
What's your sad song go to, Chris Cody?
Oh, wow, I'll get back to you.
That's
Dude, little Phoebe Bridgers.
Not great on your feet thinking there.
I don't want to just fake it.
You brought your dad to coughing. He did bail. He didn't want to go through the entire timeline of all the movies,
Titanic
and all the
song.
songs that he likes and
No.
doesn't like. Really?
Leo, he looked good. Am I right?
Do you know the lyrics?
Best musical performance.
Thank you.
At Le Batard Show, do you watch movies that make you feel anxious at Le Batard Show? Really? Let's go ahead and do that then. We've got an internet minute.
It's Jessica's
Internet Minute. Guys, I don't like the internet anymore. I'm out on the internet as a whole. The things that I used to love the internet for, I just now assume they're all AI or staged for clicks. And lately, latest example of that was this Pelicans guy who apparently did an Irish jig so fast his pants fell off. And look, it's a funny video, don't get me wrong. I laughed when his pants fell down. But is it real? I have no idea. I don't trust it. Is it staged? Possibly. I mean, it may have happened in real life, but been,
Let me look at the hands of everybody else. The hands.
That seems real
can I
to
count
me
his
because
teeth?
of the size
Count
of the
his legs?
thighs and how blousy the shorts have to be when your thighs are that size.
You know what? You know why I'm going not real? I look at the crowd reaction to stuff like that, and no one in the crowd there is reacting to the seemingly funny thing of his pants falling down.
So you have somebody going into AI and typing in the prompt, New Orleans Pelican fan doing Irish dance.
No, this is a setup. Like it's a put on. Like it's
Yeah, right. It's
performative.
one or the
It's not
other,
an
and I
organic
don't.
thing.
I just there's no such thing as organic, funny, laugh out loud moments anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Zaz?
dude, this sucks. There's no coming back from it, and it's only going to get worse.
All right.
I don't know what's real. It's like VAR in soccer. I can't celebrate a goal anymore.
Yeah, exactly. It's great. That's a great comparison. Yeah, it stinks. And I used to love going on the internet. I'd see something funny that happened in a game, and I'd say, wow, that Pittsburgh Pirates fan just demonstrated oral sex with his partner. That's very funny. And now I see it, and I'm like, that might not have even happened.
If I had legs, I'd kick you.
Because fans don't go to Pirates games. Go on, Dan.
If I had legs, I'd kick you. I didn't really understand the title. I liked it.
I told you it was a bad title.
No, I don't think it's a bad title.
It made no sense.
Makes it sound like a comedy. Makes it sound like a comedy.
I thought she was going to be
You know it
wheelchair
does.
bound.
Thank you.
My daughter.
Also, there were a lot of leg themes in movies this year. I don't know if you guys saw The Secret Agent. There was a hairy leg in that movie.
Yeah,
I don't know if you saw Song Sung Blue. There's a... I don't want to spoil it, but man, something happens with the leg there.
Did you like The Secret
bleak.
Agent?
I did really like it. When I watched it initially, I didn't really understand everything that was going on. And then as I read more from the director afterwards, I realized how much of it went over my head because I am not Brazilian and have never been to Recife. But then I did really appreciate it. And I thought Wagner Moura was really, really good in it.
What was the sound
It's
of
actually
that door?
pronounced.
Yeah, R's are H's in Brazilian.
Sounded like Willow.
Was that Willow back there? Or did I hear Willow
was
scratching
Willow.
on the door? What?
Yes.
Let that poor dog into the...
She let herself out.
Oh, okay. She let
She's
herself
fine.
out.
She's all right.
All
Yeah,
right. See you later, Jessica. A reminder to everybody that you could check out her weekly Notre Dame podcast, The Echoes, with Mike Colin Jr. This is not an echo chamber. Thank you, Jessica.
Bye-bye.
Folks, listen up. Now, Samantha Bennett sounds less like a dog and more like someone who definitely has strong opinions in a neighborhood HOA meeting. But that's my dog's name, and somehow she fully lives up to the name. If you're a pet parent like me, you already know Chewy. And when they say they've got everything you need to keep your pet happy and healthy, they really do. Chewy has over 100,000 products, food, treats, toys, beds, all the stuff Samantha Bennett somehow knows is for her the second the box shows up. And it gets delivered in 1 or 2 days, which saves me every time I realize we're almost out of food, way later than I should have. And it's not just dogs and cats either, guys. Birds, fish, reptiles, basically every pet situation is covered. Chewy has everything you need to keep your pet happy and healthy. And right now, you can save $20 on your first order and get free shipping by going to chewpanions.chewy.com/LeBatard Show. That's chewpanions.chewy.com/LeBatard Show to save $20 on your first order with free shipping. chewpanions.chewy.com/LeBatard Show. Minimum purchase required. New customers only. Terms and conditions apply. See site for complete details.
Quick break to tell you about a special Miller time I had with my good buddy Mo Chetta. Mo Chetta texted me the other day. He said, "Hey, what are you doing for the game?" I said, "I'm just on my couch right now, doing nothing, enjoying it." He's like, "Hey, do you want some company?" I said, "From you, Mo Chetta?" "Absolutely." Mo Chetta comes over to the house, and I pull out the Miller Lite. Miller Lite made that casual hang a memorable, good Miller time with my good friend Mo Chetta. Because Miller Lite brought us together. We took that first sip after we toasted our beers, and we knew we made the right call. We watched a game. All of a sudden, we're standing up on our feet, big threes are being drained, and white cans are being clanged. See, times like these, that's exactly why Miller Lite is my go-to. Clean, refreshing, easy to drink, brewed for taste with simple ingredients. The original light beer since 1975, and it still hits different for yours truly and his good friend Mo Chetta. Cheers to legendary moments made with Miller Lite. Great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
Folks, listen up. DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, is built for March. The tournament is unpredictable, but the rewards are guaranteed. And DraftKings is delivering some of the most generous rewards in the market. New to DraftKings? Bet just $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code DAN. That's code DAN to turn $5 into $200 in bonus bets instantly in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org on behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas. Wager tax pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 and over in most states. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. Limited time offer.
Don Le Batard.
What do I got here? I got a Magnum condom. We won't get that out.
That's shocking.
Stugotz.
Here's a picture of Christopher when he was like 3 years old.
Right next to the condom?
Yeah.
As a subtle reminder. Never forget.
This is the Don Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
I want to update some more of this tournament here because I got to get all these teams out before all these games start. Tomorrow it's going to start getting crazy. Friday, 3 p.m. in the Midwest. I was mentioning Alabama. Alabama is the 4 seed, and it's represented by...
Paul Feinbaum looks like the maitre d' at a fancy restaurant.
It's a really good one. It's a French restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Versus number 13, Hofstra. What do we got?
Dan Marino looks like the third-place finisher in a David Hasselhoff lookalike contest.
That's good. Like Roy with the turkey.
We have to stop you.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, you said Mike Colon Jr., and were you
that on
making a
purpose?
joke that went over all our heads?
Yeah, because I made that mistake before where I actually sounded like I
I'm
said
sorry, I
Mike
missed that,
Colon.
but like we were all so like frozen.
Got it.
That someone had to say something.
Okay.
Very bad.
She made fun of me the last time. The last time,
I was out
two
last
times
week.
ago. Yeah, she made fun of me. Villanova, that's fine. That's good that everybody. It's good that you do that. It's why I drive home yesterday, and at night I wake up at about 1 a.m. Did I call him Justin Bateman instead of Jason Bateman yesterday when we were talking about?
There's the Justine, happens to a lot of
But
people.
no, but I'm saying this is what's happening to me with age. You guys as buzzards have me where I have a traumatic stress disorder on I'm getting enough names wrong at this age that I suspect I'm getting them wrong. It's what happened to me on J.J. McCarthy when I went to Stutter Island. Like I had the name and I thought I had it right, and then I lost confidence because somebody looked at me wrong, and that's what happened. Then I looked at Zaz, and I'm like, did I get that right? And then I blew the whole thing.
Yeah, the other day I forgot who Pablo Escobar was. Imagine Pablo Escobar, like top of the heap when it comes to narcos, right?
This
Forgot
is
him.
what happened to me with J.J. McCarthy. J.J. McCarthy, not because I thought for a minute there, is it J.C. McCarthy? Did I get it wrong? And this is what happens with age.
Any relation to Kelvin Escobar?
Why would you do that?
Because I didn't know Chris was going to play a sound.
It was a bad joke. It was just like loser game show and move on.
Yeah, it's
You've been on a heater, dude. You're good.
I've been doing well.
Airball.
Airball? Is that what you...
Yeah.
Just one every once in a while, you know.
he was feeling... He's like, throw me the ball. I got it. I talked
But
about
you remember those goggles, though.
He's like the fan dancing, and then his
Come
pants fall down.
on, you saw the goggles.
So it's not real? That guy's thighs looked real.
That's real for me. That checks out.
Greg, do you even internet anymore? It's got to be just like so confusing. It's confusing for me. Now it's just everything is fake.
Right.
Yeah, every time I see Jim Larrañaga out, I overhear him saying, "Have you seen this AI?" And I imagine for Jim Larrañaga, ChatGPT and Sora and all these other things got to be wild.
We've ruined the internet, correct?
Yeah.
It's absolutely crazy for me, and I don't do that, but my wife does that.
You don't scroll.
But she's a scroller,
Right.
your mother.
I think
And-
my dad still gets his news like on a website. Like he goes to like AOL.com and like that's how he gets his
Honestly, a month ago or whenever Punch the Monkey was happening, a month ago she comes out with a Punch the Monkey video, and my first impression was that's AI. I don't believe that. And that's what's happening in society now. I'm skeptical of any unusual video before I verify
if it's this bad already, if you guys are now ancient and fossilized, if all of the search engines and all of the social media is infected, it's only going to get worse from here, and it's already been poisoned in a way that you guys are trying to wean yourself off of the addiction because you know how bad it all is, because you can't believe anything like that. How did we ruin the internet already? It's the greatest invention in the history of man. All of the world's information is right in your hand. No one's ever had that before. How did we screw that up so fast?
It's too much knowledge, Dan.
You could go to your phone and Everything everyone has learned throughout history is in your hand.
It wasn't meant to happen that
It's
way.
the doom scrolling, though. It's the stuff I don't need to know that I have to scroll by.
It's what they want you to know. Also, I have the top trending now headlines on AOL.com if you're interested.
But are they still
They're up
doing
to date.
it? So it's not, you're not going back to
AOL.com,
1995.
it exists. The most famous chocolate bar in the U.S. isn't Hershey's or Reese's.
That'll be a Greg Cody Show topic for sure on Friday.
A basic monthly bill Americans can't dodge is becoming a midterm flashpoint.
One of the arguments that was absent the last time we covered the gentleman from the Reese's family that said it's not real chocolate is Reese's. I'm sorry, is that this is a very bitter man, and he's been saying this for years, and he's considered a crackpot, a jealous crackpot because of all the millions he's lost. And that context is largely missing. And every once in a while, he gets what he wants, which is to be aggregated and everyone to be like, oh, there's chocolates, not real. Nah, it's been this way for a long time.
Heidi Klum's semi-sheer bodycon dress is the sartorial version of a dirty martini.
I still have and use my AOL email.
I do too. Damn
Loyalty.
right.
Loyalty.
Keep it alive, baby.
What's wrong with that?
A sad one. Ohio mom whose tummy tuck complication went viral has died.
Oh.
And finally, Gwyneth Paltrow's alleged backstage rant exposed after she flashed the cameras at the Oscars.
Little stumble there.
Quick, that one.
Number 8, Villanova is represented by
Paul Skeens looks like someone who tried to draw Josh Allen from memory.
That should have been seated higher.
I don't know. I pounded the table for them to get in and be at a higher seed. I don't know why it got put at an 8. That's a 2 seed.
Paul Skeens looks like someone who tried to draw Josh Allen from memory.
Hey, favored to advance in the second round.
At 8-9, come on.
If you're watching on YouTube, that is so much stronger than you know it is if you're only listening to it because of Skeens and how he looks like Josh Allen with the mustache. That's facing Utah State, a 9 seed, represented by
Kirby Smart looks like the wholesale tire rep who tells you he didn't charge you for that alignment even though it's complimentary.